youtube.com/MugenLord. Subscribe to the channel for gaming news, updates, discussion, and live streams. Signing off.
Hey guys, it's Mugen Lord here.
Kill Lancer.
DX Strike.
And welcome to another segment of Game Fiends. And today we're going to talk about something that's very, very controversial. I think this is the biggest controversial, I guess you say, fiasco that's going on in the gaming industry right now. And the thing was, this caught me by surprise. And this information, and what we're talking about, is the Naughty Dog leak of The Last of Us Part 2. This is crazy. I had no idea, and a lot of you guys were hitting me up in the comment sections of my previous videos saying like, dude, are you going to talk about this? You haven't said anything about it. Everybody's been talking about it, and it caught me by surprise. Well, the simple fact was, the moment I saw thumbnails, and it seemed like everybody was on this story at one time. For those of you who don't know, for the past couple of days, somebody has leaked the actual ending and important segments of The Last of Us 2, which is full spoilers, and we won't be going into any spoilers in this video, because I know there's some of you guys who enjoy The Last of Us, you know, as a video game franchise and a series, and regardless of which the negativity and backlash that this game has been receiving, and Naughty Dog themselves, some of you guys still want to play the game, and I respect that, and I don't want to spoil that for you guys. So we're just going to talk about the situation surrounding this whole thing. So we're going to kick it off to DX Strike. So what was your reaction when you first heard this information, this bombshell of this leak?
Before this whole leak thing came out, we've just been hearing like bad stuff about it, especially with the workers not getting paid, you know, rightfully, and just being overall just worked to the bone, and seeing no, you know, type of compensation for it, which is a messed up thing, and that's been going on in gaming industry for a long time now. But when I heard this, I was upset, because I feel like the first Last of Us was a masterpiece. It was pretty much was going to be the next notch in the belt that, you know, Naughty Dog had as far as, because Uncharted through 1 through all the way to 4 is amazing. So Last of Us is going to be that next thing. And then when I seen this and looked at the leak scenes, the plot, the characters, it just totally went away from what I know and love from the first Last of Us. And in my opinion, I don't want to support this game, because it really broke my heart, because like this was going to be the next best thing as far as after Uncharted, and as far as, you know, gaming period. And it's oh my god, I'm just lost for words, you know. I'm just really lost for words.
I definitely hear you. Like, what is your opinion on it? So what was your reaction when you first heard this, when this information had broken out?
When I first heard this, well, even a little bit before that, when I started seeing some of the things it was doing with the game, I was like, man, this is not the game. This is not going to be the game for me. I've only played through a certain portion of The Last of Us Part 1. It was one of my first PS4 games that I bought. And I was highly, you know, excited about this game, because I watched DX Strike play it, and then it made me want to get the game at the same time.
Yeah, because they re-released it on the PS4.
And it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I have the PS3 version and the remastered.
And man, he practically beat both of them. Yeah. And when I started seeing all this stuff started coming out, I was like, okay, this is bad for The Last of Us, but at the same time, this is going to tarnish Naughty Dog at the same time. So I'm thinking about future Naughty Dog games, not just The Last of Us. I'm thinking about future Naughty Dog games, like, okay, well, this happened, so what's this to stop other things to be happening with this game, like, I mean, with other games in the future that Naughty Dog will release. So that's the way I thought of it when it came down to it.
All right, so the information that's going around right now, alleged, and well, I would say let's start off what was like the information that was put out there first. Allegedly, at first, there was talks that it was a disgruntled employee, you know, some payment dispute or something like that was going on, and that this individual had decided to go leak this information out there, you know, for everybody to see. And after that, people started posting it on Reddit and other like Twitter and all YouTube, everywhere. And that's when this information started. It was like a snowball effect. It was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So then after that, people, it was two different type of arguments or two different type of situations because allegedly it still haven't been proven yet. And then you also had another situation to where, because like I said, I've been following this too, because you get in two different types of arguments going on. One of saying that it's a disgruntled employee, and then you had another one where or another argument saying that one of the employees just got tired of the direction, the narrative, the whole wokeness or whatever that this game is trying, this message that they're trying to deliver in the game, and got tired of that. I'm more so able to believe the direction of someone not getting paid than somebody getting upset with how woke he was, because if that was the case, more developers, more people behind closed doors would be doing that
a long time ago.
Yeah, so after that, people started talking about this. YouTubers, content creators. Now the thing was, people were waiting for Naughty Dog to come out and say, "Hey, is this true? Is this the actual game?" Which to me, like if you seeing people talking in the cutscenes, the actual voice actors talking in it, it's the actual game. That's the game. It's the game.
They had a different language too, and for the cinemas, I'm like,
so
this is the game.
People were literally saying that, no, this can't be real. I'm like, how real can this? Like if you got the actual voice actors, the actual cutscenes. There's nobody that's good at animating that can fake this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Can fake this. So then after that, Naughty Dog finally came out, and what they did was, instead of them coming out to talk about the whole situation and everything, they started doing like community strikes on people's channels for not even posting up gameplay footage from the leaks and stuff. Just them talking about the leak.
They were trying to bury it.
They were trying, exactly. They was trying to bury it.
But also the head dude that
Neil Struckman.
Not Neil Struckman. It was another dude that was doing the writing for the game. Pretty much like he's on Twitter saying, "Oh, we know who the person is. We know this and that." And blah,
that's
blah,
a
blah.
lie. That's a lie.
That's most definitely a lie.
Yeah. Let's continue this. Let's continue this timeline. So before we get to that point, because that's the latest information that we got. So after that happened, there's a lot of YouTubers that was like confused because they're saying, "Wait a minute, we don't have the actual footage in there. We're just talking about the whole situation and stuff." But there was it was kind of like some contradiction going on because. You had some other people that was talking about it, but didn't get their information pulled or didn't get the strike. Well, some people speculating that the people who were shilling for it, for The Last of Us 2, and pretty much still saying positive things about it, talking about us that surrounding the rumors of like that shilling for them, they didn't get strikes. But anybody who's saying anything negative about it and what's been going on with that, they were getting the strikes. So there's a lot of confusion going on. But so after that, Sony finally made their announcement. So on the timeline, Sony finally made the announcement saying that, listen, guys, The Last of Us 2 is going to be released on
June 16th.
June 16th?
Which pushed,
16th or 19th.
Ghost of Tsushima to July.
Yeah, so both Sony made their announcement about Ghost of Tsushima and gave a release date for that, and then Naughty Dog made their announcement saying they're going to actually release the game. Because remember, if you didn't know, the game was as far as release is concerned, is going to be indefinite, was because of this whole pandemic situation. So everyone is just like up in the air, confused with what's going on. So after that, a Polygon, or I think Kotaku journalist, he don't work for them no more, but his name's Jason Schreier. He's known for getting all the information, about leaks and information stuff.
How he doing?
Now the thing is, a lot of people are saying that Jason Schreier is pretty much damage controlling for Naughty Dog, because he was saying that no, it's not a disgruntled employee. We haven't gotten this information or something like that.
That's the guy that's going on Twitter doing.
Yeah. He's saying it, but he was saying that. So what people were saying, like, it doesn't make sense, because if it wasn't disgruntled employee, how did some random person get it? Somebody had to give it to him
from the inside job.
Exactly. So now the fast forward to what's going on currently, Sony makes a claim that, and Naughty Dog makes a claim that it wasn't a disgruntled employee. In fact, they said they found out and they know who did it, but they won't say who did it and won't put the information out because they're still further investigating it, which doesn't make sense. Why are you further investigating something if you already have who they are and everything like that? So like I'm confused. To me, I just think it's hogwash.
Shouldn't it be like if that was to happen, there would be like whole court cases and everything. This man will be going underneath the
no. Whoever leaked is probably going to do some time or whatever, and get fined probably too.
Because that's like how the heck you have a gaming company and something like that so easily was to happen, and you're telling me you can't pinpoint exactly who it is? Then it could be somebody that's important. I'm talking about an important figure.
I didn't think about that.
Think
either.
about it like that.
So what do you think about the whole Naughty Dog saying they found who it was?
I think this is a bull-faced lie because they don't want to seem like, you know, this tyrant of a gaming company
Exactly.
that's not paying their workers and stuff like that. And as a company, you don't want that image out there. So you're going to say, whoa, you're going to say, whoa, we don't want, you know what I'm saying? You're going to say, yo, we don't have a disgruntled worker, whatever. Yeah. You know, it's somebody just somehow got the no. And the thing is, what makes it worse is you say somehow somebody got our footage and leaked it out. Who can outside get your footage if they're not on the inside working? That makes no sense.
It makes no sense. And if
you
we're in a pandemic and everybody's working home, like
everybody's separate.
Everybody's separated, and like what? Did somebody did like Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible go into the building and then hang glide do a bunch of red lasers?
Exactly. But when if there was somebody who didn't like the narrative or something, you more so hear them leak out the plot. You know what I'm saying?
Not video.
Leak out the plot, not the video. I never heard of anybody leaking out a whole freaking video of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't like the plot. They leaked it out because they didn't like what they were doing as far as being paid and stuff like that, and what they were promised to like. So they threw that out there. Now it just so happened that the narrative of the game is pretty jacked up. If you have a certain point of view, it's pretty jacked up as far as story, characters, just written.
The message, and stuff
the message behind it.
But also, this is like literally a secure facility. Now we're all home, right? So there's still security guards heavily guarding that building.
Exactly. But guess what? 'Cause remember, these people are working at home too.
Now.
So guess what? Whoever you gave the videos to, you know what I mean?
The
gameplay of, and you told it to add the music and all that stuff like that. Either one of those people, you can't see what they're doing at home.
Exactly.
You can't.
Yeah.
And it could be any one of your. It could be any one of your workers.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
And that's the thing. Like, that's why I don't, like I said, this is just our opinion. We're not saying this is fact, because I know probably a lot of people.
We just going with what sound. Like we listen to the suspicious details, and we trying to put it together, which makes more sense to us.
Yeah, because like I said, like if anything, I can't see somebody sneaking into Naughty Dog themselves to pretty much, steal this type of, information, this footage and stuff. And plus, when you get leaks, right? When somebody leaks stuff, like I said, you always get like a blurry picture.
Exactly.
And something like that.
Exactly.
No, you get the actual game footage with the debug menu on it.
If I was in my house and you came in and you seen that footage on my screen, you didn't see the bottom of my computer or anything, you would have thought I had the game. That's how clear it was. You would have thought I had the game. So no.
Yeah, I really don't believe this, but to add more, I guess you could say, insult to injury, then we later find out from Neil Druckmann, the guy, the director, and the one that's like the mastermind or the person that's behind the development of this game. He has I wouldn't say a personal relationship, but he has he's been influenced by Anita Sarkeesian. And we're not gonna go through a whole backstory about who she is. You can go look her up. We don't want to give her too much attention, but she was the one that pretty much started this whole thing about, female like representation and sexism and gaming and stuff like that, where her feminist frequency YouTube channel that
which crashed and burned.
It's pretty much irrelevant now, and a lot of and to me, in my opinion, ever since she jumped into the scene, it pretty much made gaming the worst, went down the worst path. I guess you could say from the Western side, like in the United States and stuff like that, how games are being handled, censorship and stuff like that. Not too much of the whole on the east side of things with the Japanese and stuff, but it's more so Western developers, how they've been going about censoring their games and how they changing, they hitting the check marks for representations and stuff like that, instead of telling a good narrative or organically diversifying their cast and stuff like that. And Anita Sarkeesian has been making a ton of money, for the past couple years doing this, and she fell off of relevancy for a very, very long time. But now, because of this whole situation that came up, and now people discovered that Last of Us 2 has some form of influence from her, and now she sees this as an opportunity to go on Twitter right now, and she's going on Twitter making her comments, and I'll post up some of her tweets as we speak
I
about
gotta
this.
take a look at
See it as an opportunity to rise out of the ashes, because that's exactly where she was at,
Yes.
in the ashes.
Well, the key thing is, how long did it take Last of Us 2 to be made?
Man, Last of Us 2 was pushed back, what, twice?
Twice?
Was
I
it like
believe, I
twice?
can't remember.
Right? So she was on that project. She was on Anthem. She was on
Mass Effect
Mass
Andromeda.
Effect Andromeda. So she infected all those games.
She ain't had nothing to do with Dragon Age, did she?
I don't think
No,
she
I
did.
don't think so.
No?
No,
I
I
just
don't
know
think
about
so.
about these 3 games. So she's pretty much affected all those games. So those games were in development
Yeah.
around
And
the
guess
same
what?
time.
Every last one of those games flopped.
They didn't do that good at all.
Yeah,
That's
so
the sad thing.
especially from the community that loves these games and had held them such high regards. So now that her name is popping up, now all of a sudden she's jumping on this wave again,
She'll be
and
back.
she's turning herself on Twitter right now into a victim, and everybody's attacking her, and more so men attacking her and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So all it did was just make her relevant, not as relevant,
Seem
but
like the victim.
she's trying to ride this wave. So
Yeah.
I would suggest, from even after we put this video out there, you would not hear from us talk about her ever again,
This is
because
the last
the
time.
moment you start attacking her, that gives her the most ultimate power, and next thing you know, she's back on the scene again. And a lot of game developers started backing away from her when they started realizing the
Yeah.
damage she was causing and stuff like that. So a lot of people didn't want to associate themselves with her, and then her feminist frequency had shut down, and then she wasn't even paying. She wasn't able to afford
That's-
to pay.
that's messed up.
Her right hand
Like,
girls and stuff
She's
like
like
that.
the epitome of evil when it comes to entertainment and fun. You know what I'm saying? And creativity.
Yeah, she's like the party pooper.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that's sad about her is the fact of the matter, these women left their jobs to work with her, and this was a diverse bunch. I actually looked at the people she had under her. She even had a black woman with her too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, these people are now struggling. Like the main girl that was with, I think, GameSpot or whatever. This woman is struggling to survive, literally.
Yeah.
She's working a dead-end job and everything. She can't get
So
work.
this whole Naughty Dog thing is something, because this is a message, and I think the reason why they won't confirm or won't come out and truthfully say that it's from an inside, like a disgruntled employee, because then they don't want to look bad and improve the narrative that's going around about how they treat the employees,
Yeah,
exactly.
and 2, they don't want to encourage any other employees or any action like this in the game industry in general from other companies, because every company right now, a lot of employees are working home right now, doing their doing the whole game development. I know Sakurai and his team, they finally got a system up to finish the DLC for Super Smash Brothers and
now
stuff.
I didn't know about
So
that.
now everybody's doing this stuff at home. So if this this is, like I said, this is like a game changing, when in a negative way, because if they do come out and admit this, or if more information come out that's not right, we don't know how this will spill over. We don't know how this is going to affect gaming in general. Game development in general, how games are released in general. If our game developers going to start keeping everything indoors and keep it closed, where they won't share out information and stuff. So this thing is pretty messy and
Very dangerous.
It's very, very dangerous, and we just have to wait and see how it spills out, because more and more information is coming out. Naughty Dog is like, especially Neil Druckmann, he's really lashing out at the fans, especially the ones who disagree with him and disagree with the message that the game is trying to put out there to its fans and everything. And how the characters that everyone know and love and cherish is how they being mistreated and being disrespected, the characters themselves. So, oh man, it's crazy. But that's pretty much it for this topic. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and what you think about the whole Naughty Dog situation with the leaks with The Last of Us 2, and what effect will it have on the gaming industry as a whole. I definitely want to hear your thoughts. And what do you think about this whole Anita Sarkeesian having some influence over Neil Druckmann and his approach in changing things up when it comes to future games coming from Naughty Dog? I definitely want to hear your thoughts. So if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. It really helps us out in the algorithm. And also in the description, I have both of these guys' channels. Click on their channels. Tell them Mugen Lord sent you. If you like it, subscribe and hit that notification bell on their channels, and also hit the notification bell on this channel as well to get more news related to just gaming in general. And we'll keep you guys updated with this whole Naughty Dog situation. This is Mugen Lord,
Kill Answer.
The X-Strike.
and we signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.